Okay, so thick and thin client computing is this idea of having a server on your network. When you've got a client server network, you've got two options for your clients. So you've either got thick clients or thin clients. So thick clients is your pretty standard network where the computers themselves are relatively decent machines with secondary non-volatile storage, like your hard drives, your magnetic hard drives or SSDs. So on the client machines themselves, they have hard drives, and on those hard drives contain like it's where the operating system would be stored and programs would be stored and things like that. And typically the servers in these are lower spec servers, and they're used more for file storage, like so that you can log in between machines and then files can be transferred from the server. So the server is where you'd share lots of information, but lots of software and operating systems are actually stored on these. And once you've got your files, the clients almost take over, and a lot of the processing is done on the client side. So that's quite a typical network setup. Alternatively to that, you've got thin clients. So thin clients is where you have cheaper machines on this end that have they have the RAM and things like that, and you've got your CPU cache and stuff, but you don't typically have a hard drive in them because they don't need them. And the CPU themselves in these machines is significantly worse than in its thick client counterpart, because essentially all the processing is done on the server. So the downside of this is it relies on a really good server with heavy power. And then what happens is the computers almost are just sort of portals to access the server's power. So you log in on this, and where this would usually do the processing, that's done on the server and it's sent down the network. And there's advantages and disadvantages to both of these, so I'll talk you through those. So advantages of a thick client networks. Thick client, remember, is the ones where the clients are normal machines. So there's reduced pressure on the server because the server is only necessarily sharing files and things like that. It's doing less work. There's less pressure on the server. Clients have got more control over data and software because you install them on the client machines themselves. There's fewer servers and lower bandwidth needed because remember, the bandwidth includes all the processing and sending data back and forward. So if the processing is done on the client end, there's less bandwidth needed for a thick client network setup. Disadvantages of thick: if clients can download software, the security is reduced. All right, so the security is typically not as good. It's more difficult to manage as new hardware needs to be installed on every client. So you need to go and install or update hardware on every machine. Data integrity issues if clients are changing data locally. So again, with the data being stored potentially on the client machines themselves along with the server, you can get integrity issues where the different versions of the data in different places. Now, the counterpart is having your thin clients. So thin clients, they're easy and cheaper to set up. It's easier and cheaper to set up new clients because everything's done on the server end. To whack a new machine in and connect it to the network, that most of the work is then done because all the software and everything is stored on the server. The server can be configured to distribute all the hardware and software needed. Hardware and software changes only need to be implemented on the server. So you don't need to go around every individual machine and change software. You just change it in the server, which is easier. It's easier for the network manager to control clients, and there's greater security as the clients have fewer access rights. Straight away, we're reading through this and you think, why would anybody go for a thick client setup? Well, the disadvantage is if the server goes down, all the clients go down. So it's got that central point of failure again. It can slow down with heavy use because all of processing information needs to get sent back and forward from the client to the server. There's significantly greater bandwidth usage, so it can slow down. It's going to require greater bandwidth to cope with all the client requests. And this one, the high-spec servers are incredibly expensive. So this isn't a cheaper alternative to a thick client network. Okay, so there's advantages and disadvantages to both. The thick clients are typically more common, especially in sort of schools and things like that. Thin clients is a very clever method, but it requires quite a lot of money and setup. But once it's done, there's a lot of benefits to a thin client network.